How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews. Back with yet another review. A little bit of Berliner-Weisse time in the form of Boulevard Brewing's Berliner-Weisse. Boulevard. It's been a while since I've done a Boulevard beer. But yeah, big fan of them. Their Tank 7 is one of my favorite kind of American-born saisons. Actually, one of my favorite saisons, period. And their barrel stuff is pretty awesome, so super excited to give it a whirl. As far as what it says in the bottle itself, it says Boulevard Brewing Company, Berliner-Weisse, German-style sour ale. And that's pretty much it. 4.5% alcohol by volume, and, best before December 7th, 2017. Label-wise, a bit of departure from, I shouldn't say departure, a bit of a change from the typical Boulevard label. It's kind of, these tend to be a bit similar, but they seem to be like inverted now, kind of more darker labels instead of lighter ones, but still the same kind of like, triangle logo thing going on. I actually kind of dig them, to be perfectly honest with you. So there you go. Goza time. I am a northeastern Pennsylvania living fella, and this is kind of beating a little bit of a dead horse here because I've said it so many times as of late. Worst summer we've ever had up here, to be perfectly honest with you. Super hot, super humid. Today is the worst of the worst. Got a fan going, a little bit of AC. So I'm not doing too bad, but it's pretty brutal out. So we're at the Berliner-Weisse alley. Pinky finger. White as white could be. Head. Nice creaminess to it. And it's got a subtle kind of haziness to it. Nothing too crazy. Definitely see through it. Very, very light, soft carbonation. And, just kind of that hay straw yellow color. Get a nose on it. Oh, there's a nice tartness to it. You'd expect that from Berliner-Weisse, but this one's very lemony, very bright, very not harsh, but very striking. It's not soft. Let's put it that way. A little bit of kind of like a peppery thing going on there. White pepper, maybe a little coriander or something. It's almost like a gozed kind of saison thing, and a nice sweetness to it. It's like a lemony sweetness with a little bit of pepperiness going on. So that's not too shabby. So let's dive in. Give her a taste. Cheers. Ooh. Bit more sour, a little bit more acidic than I thought it would be. It's definitely not super sour, but it does have a bit of acidity to it. I can actually, once I tasted it, it's like my little alarm goes off inside me going, oh, this might give you heartburn. I don't think it's going to, but it definitely has enough of that kind of tartness and a little bit of acidity going on to kind of appease sour junkies, let's put it that way. There's still that kind of citrus, more yellow, generic citrus kind of brightness and pop to it. It has a sweetness to it. Nothing too crazy, though, but it's definitely skewing sweet. And that, there is that pepperiness there, but it's not as big as I thought it would be based off of the nose. Bright, refreshing. What a Goza should be. Look at me, Berliner-Weisse. There's no salt in this sucker. What a Berliner-Weisse should be. Yeah, pretty damn tasty stuff. So yeah, let's talk about it. It's one of the better Gozas I've had. I keep saying Goza. Why do I keep doing that? It's really weird. One of the better Berliner-Weisses I've had as of late. On the outside looking in. I've had a ton of them. It seems like Berliner-Weisse and Goza, since I want to say it so much, seems to be a very popular style, especially the past year or two with breweries. So I've had quite a few. This one's nice, refreshing. It does what it's supposed to do, but it lacks a little bit of kind of pizzazz, a little bit of calling cardness, if you will. I wish it just had a little bit more of something to kind of hang its hat on. It's very textbook, let's put it that way. Is that a negative? Not really. I like me some clean textbook beers, but I usually look for a little bit of personality, especially in these kind of quote-unquote smaller beers, to kind of set them apart from everybody else, and this one kind of lacks that a little bit. So, while good and tasty, just wish I had a little bit more going on with it. Value and availability, don't know actually. Lucky enough to have it sent to me from Boulevard, but I'm guessing it's kind of in their core line. That's typically what these ABV level beers end up being for them. So, you're probably looking anywhere. This might be a 4-pack around, $8 to $10, or maybe a 6, give or take, around the same price point. But I think they do 4-packs of all other stuff. And just leave it in it. Well, if where can you get it? It's Boulevard. If you get their offering, chances are you're going to see this beer and just say if you like what we like this. If you like the textbook goes, I keep saying goes. God damn it, Berliner-Weisse. Off today, Berliner-Weisse. Then yes, you will dig this. If you like actually gozes, and you wish you didn't have salt in it. It's kind of like what a Berliner-Weisse is. Americanized ones. I mean, more German ones. Traditional ones aren't as similar, but yeah, if you like your kind of kettle soured beers, if you like clean, well-made beers, and you like again textbook beers, and that's what this is. This is very, very textbooky Berliner-Weisse. So it'll definitely appeal to that crowd. And if you like sours and wish your Berliner-Weisse had a little bit more acidity, that it typically does. You know, it's kind of a little bit of counter to what I'm saying when I say textbook, but. Yeah, to me it just has a touch more acidity than the run-of-the-mill one, let's put it that way. Maybe that's a calling card I should have hung on to. And if you're into more kind of sourish level ones like that, or if you're into sour beers and you want a kind of Berliner-Weisse that airs a little bit more to that side, you'll definitely dig this one. So there you go. Another review of a Berliner-Weisse. And there you go, I can say it without screwing up. Into books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, somewhere in between down there, you can write words, and I'll respond to them. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers, all 4 of those places, and yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice Berliner-Weisse right now, and hope we'll see you next time. Cheers.